guys, welcome to my channel and to another video. I'm really sorry, but I have been so bad and I have started this vlog very late. So this weekend Echo and I have gone to a show jumping show at Muir Mill and we are staying overnight, which is the first time we've done an overnight show jumping show ever. So that's Echo settled into his stable. Yeah, and we let you guys see his stable. We've actually already done our first couple of rounds, but it was just like I didn't have any time, so I'm starting the vlog now and I can put my rounds in and do a little voiceover and tell you guys how they went. This is his stable here, so he's got his water in these buckets which I'll fill up, and then his shavings. You good boy. Are you all settled? Are you all settled? Are you happy? A very good boy. So this is our first round here. This was the 95cm qualifiers and our first out of 4 rounds of the weekend. So I felt that he was a bit lazy in the warm-up basically. It was super hot this whole weekend, so that's probably why, and it was also a really tight warm-up. But as soon as he went in, he totally knew what he was doing and he jumped a really nice round. This is a 2-phase, so the first 7 jumps are just a clear round and then you are timed for the last 7 fences, and that's when often you'll start doing kind of jump off turns and kind of trying to go a bit faster. I was just literally wanting to have a nice round on him, so I wasn't too fussed about times or jump off turns. So the jump off started after this fence and I thought that I would just kind of try and do a bit of like tight turns, so I turned inside a fence to these 2 and then I came over this fence and I tried to go inside then this blue and yellow fence, which was actually a really tight turn, so I was really chuffed for making it, like for us at least. And then after this one turned him super tight inside the green fence and inside the pink fence, and this was really tight, and he literally just tapped the front pole. Bless him, I really, like, he's not used to those tight turns, so I don't think he was expecting it, but he jumped so well. So this is our 1 meter speed qualifier, and unlike the last round where half of it's timed, the whole round is timed for this class, and that's me coming over fence 2, and here you see I stop because I totally forget my course, and it was only when I start cantering again that I actually remember I was completely drawing a blank and had to just take a moment, and I thought it's always best to just slow down and kind of stop and think about where you're going next instead of having to miss my fence and circling back round. So at this point I knew we'd be well out of contention for any placings because I'd kind of gone way down to the other end of the arena and literally started trotting him. So I just kind of went for a nice steady clear round, not putting in any turns or asking him to go too fast. And like I said, once again, this is like our first affiliated BSJ show, first day away show, and some of the qualities of horses and riders were just absolutely incredible at this show. So yeah, a nice clear round and kind of confidence building round was all I kind of wanted. He wanted to go inside the yellow fence there and I pulled him back out because we were turning to this one, which is quite funny. I think he's kind of enjoying the jump off turns and that kind of stuff. But yeah, once we get a bit more practice we can start being a bit more competitive. He absolutely flew that double, a very good boy, kept them all both up. But yeah, overall really pleased with this round. I aimed for a steady clear and that's exactly what we got, and so even though we've got no placing, I was really chuffed with it. So I'm just walking around in hand now after our classes. We did the 95 amateur national amateurs qualifiers and then we did the 1 meter speed class, and today are the qualifiers for the final, which is tomorrow, and you automatically qualify, so we've already entered the final for the same classes, and so we'll be doing that tomorrow, the 95 and the meter again. And he was so good in the 95. I was not planning on really doing any jump off turns, and then are you coming? Come on you. I wasn't planning on doing any jump off turns, and then he felt so good, even though in the warm up he was slightly kind of a bit lackluster and not really feeling too up for it, but I think it was because it was really busy and quite small. And then once we got in for the 95, he was flying, so he did all the jump off turns, and I just turned him too tight for the second last fence, and he had that one down, but it was totally my fault. I just took him at such an angle and he hardly clocked onto the fence, so don't blame him at all. And then went in for the 1 meter speed class, and I wasn't going for time. What are you watching at all? I wasn't going for time at all, so I just let him kind of go around at his own pace, aiming for a clear, which we got. So he went clear in the meter, and we were too slow to place because people were doing like crazy turns and like going so fast. But I just wanted a nice clear because it's been a busy morning, getting us all unpacked, and our first ever stay away show. So very happy with him. Are you all happy with your food? Are you happy with your food? You're so clever. We've got his waters there, and then I just chucked a ton of hay on the floor because that's what he just normally gets at home, and then his little hay net in case he eats that too quickly. But I'm going to come back tonight and give you a checkup. Now we're going to head to the Airbnb that we are staying at tonight, which is maybe like 15-minute drive away, and I've got my car separately, so I'll be driving back and checking up on him later on tonight, and then I can come and feed him in the morning too. But he's been so good, and it's so nice and warm and lovely. But yeah, couldn't be more pleased with him today. He was just absolutely fab. He definitely loved jumping, and he felt absolutely brilliant. And yeah, excited for tomorrow. We're going to be doing the same classes again, and once again I'm probably not really going to go for like time and stuff because this is like, it's our first ever affiliated show, like with us not being on the ticket and whatever, so just taking it as it comes. But yeah, he's a super boy, aren't you, Ek?
Lovely room.
Got some starters. We've got some calamari. That's some of Mum's chicken tempura. And then we've got some cocktails. And the puppy's doing good. There we go. Yes. So night check's all done, and he's got his water and hay. I just drove back just now, so because it's only 15 minutes down the road, so I've given him his water and the rest of his hay that we had, and then his morning feed is there that my friend's putting in for him, which is really kind of her. And yeah, he's a happy boy, just munching away. He's so chill, he's just so easy to have in these situations. Good boy. So it's now the second day, and I'm just getting myself ready. I've done my hair kind of badly, but just going to get it tacked up in like half an hour, and the course walk is in like 20 minutes. So everything's go. It is absolutely roasting, so I don't think I'm going to give Echo that big a warm up, but we'll see. Well, good morning. Good morning. You've been good today. You had a nice lie-in. Oh, good boy. Oh my goodness, a leaf. So this is our 95 centimeter final round. That first jump was a triple bar, which I thought was really scary. So I thought he jumped that one really well. This was probably my best round, I'd say, of the whole weekend. I felt like the jumps all came up really nicely, and we stayed in a lovely rhythm throughout the whole thing. I was quite worried for today because it was literally about 22, 21 degrees. So, absolutely roasting. But this is an A10, which means that there was a course of I think 11 fences, and you basically just had to go clear around all of them at 95 centimeters height. And if you went clear, you then got into the jump off, which was put up, I think it's meant to be only up 10 centimeters, but our last fence was up to 1.10 m, which I overheard the course builder say that he put it actually up to 110, and all the rest of the fences were 1.5 m, so it was up kind of 10-15 centimeters for the jump off. But yeah, you only got into the jump off if you went clear, and I think like 14 people went clear in the first round, so there was like quite a lot of people in the jump off, because it was like such big classes and such like high quality riders. But yeah, we went clear, so I was really happy. So this is a 95 centimeter jump off, and obviously it's 1.5 m max, 110 because it's A10, and this fence, the next fence we're about to jump here, is a yellow triple bar, which they put up to 1.5, and I was really nervous for it. But but after it I thought I'll put in a wee bit of a tight turn, jump off turn, and he kind of lost momentum slightly around the corner because he's not quite used to the tight turn plus speed type yet way of going. But yeah, he jumped that one really well, and then came over the double, and then we just have one fence left to go, which is the 110, which he pops like it's nothing. So yeah, super happy with him then. So we ended up coming 5th in a super competitive class, so I was absolutely chuffed with him, and yeah, it was a fabulous time. So this is our 1 meter speed class. We were the last to go, and actually there were only 4 people in this class, which was really small, but I knew that there hadn't been any other clears in the class, so you'll hear me explain later, but basically I thought that if I just went for a nice clear that we could potentially even win it, but actually the poles only added time, and as the other people were like insanely fast and just did the most incredible turns, it was kind of mostly based on how fast you went and not the number of poles, if that makes sense, which I didn't know at the time, but he still went really well, and to be honest I'd rather a clear round and not a higher placing, so we ended up coming 3rd. But I was saying like I'd rather a clear round and, you know, a 3rd versus like 2 poles and a 1st, just personally, but you know, it was I felt kind of, I thought maybe I'd won at the end, so you hear me give him a big good boy and big pats at the end, which is quite funny, but no, I literally couldn't be happier with him. That's just finished all our classes for the weekend, and where are you? Are you the best boy? He went clear in all his classes. He didn't touch a single pole. He was actually the only clear in the 1 meter speed class, but which I didn't know, but it wasn't based on like if 4 faults, it's based on like if you get a pole it adds time, and I was last and I knew that no one else had gone clear, so I thought that if I just kind of went for like a steady clear that we might get the 1st place because no one else had, but it was actually based on time and the others went so much faster, so we just came 3rd in that class, but I just couldn't be happier with him. You're the best boy. And then he came 5th, of course, in the 95 final, which is amazing. Literally so chuffed with him. Yesterday I really didn't think that we'd be in any contention for placing, and I didn't aim to go fast because I thought it was huge. The course builder actually said that the jump off for the 95 was 1 meter 5 all round and then a 1 meter 10 final fence, and he just made it feel so easy. Like he didn't, you know, like it just felt tiny on him. You're the best boy. You're gonna get all our rubbish cleared away and then look at his stable and then heading home. As Echo's feed, I've added tons of water to it, so it should be nice and sloppy, though she doesn't look that sloppy, but I have added lots of water to it. We've washed him down, but he's literally already drying because it is about 1 billion degrees. But yeah, we've cleared everything from outside the stable, bar what we need to just muck him out with, because we need to get all of this mucked out. But we're gonna get some food first and have some nice fun in the sun. You deserve your fun, happy feed. You deserve your happy feed because you're the best boy. Yes, you are. Good boy. So that's us all getting packed up now. Just go out to put his boots on, and then I need to finish working out his stable, and then that should be us ready. Done about half of the mucking out. Maybe not half. I need to literally take everything out of here, so it's quite a process, but get his boots on and we'll get him loaded so he's out the way. Hi, are you home? You happy boy? Give you some sweets and a brush. Yeah. Are you going to eat the brush? Are you going to eat the brush? Oh, good boy.